I'm letting you know from the start. I'm about to say a lot of things that can be considered controversial. Disclaimer. I'm letting y'all know that from the door. People today's times, they yes everything. They don't put their foot down and stand on nothing. Especially so-called black people. So-called black people will complain, argue, debate, make a podcast to get views, clicks, and likes and follows, but don't never have no position they stand on that's legitimately backed up with facts. Nowadays, it's so conflated and oversaturated with people who just say anything to get clicks, views, and likes. They don't stand on shit that's legitimately backed up by law, statistics, facts, not opinions. Everything can be traced through documentation. I could look up and find out what you talking about, and then find out if what you saying is backed up by facts or not. There's too many yes men nowadays, and then you wonder why you see society so fucked up. You see, it look like it's just doomed out here. That's what it look like. It look like it's just straight up doomed. I put a video up where you got 3 chicks that's standing there talking. The guy asked them that was doing the interview, he asked them, what can you do to contribute to a man? You know what they said? Nothing, 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 and nothing. You like, this is what's outside. I said in the caption, the CIA, the feds, they laughing at the products of degeneracy. They laughing at the COINTEL. They laughing at the people because they look at people like products. They laughing at these products that they set up. COINTELPRO operations. They literally are laughing at so-called black people by how they can just infuse narratives that so-called black people just continue just to run with and have no idea if it's factual or not. They just hear it, see it on social media, and just run with it. No fact checking, no nothing. You're going to want to share this beam out. You're going to want to share this out. So-called black people complain about it ain't no good men out here. It ain't no good women out here. And then the first thing you look at when you see a video like that, you see 3 chicks. They on there talking about, ask me something like, what's my favorite color? What? Yeah. What's your favorite color? Out of all the things that you can ask somebody, they brought up money, doing nothing for a man, and asking her what's her favorite color. That's what the fuck you want to talk about? Doomed. And they write books about this type of degenerate shit. Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. That's a great book y'all should all get. They literally lay an outline out, a blueprint on how the CIA, the feds, all of the alphabet groups, what they do and how they do it. It's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, the King Alfred plan. Diabolical. It's diabolical, G. Straight up. All these people out here with all these different podcasts, all of them out here talking about relationships. Ain't none of y'all figured out a relationship yet? A relationship is not, a healthy relationship is not finna be based off monetary, money. It's not gonna be based off anything that got something to do with money. That's not a healthy relationship. That's strictly transactional. And you got people in the comments that's gonna be like, well, everything is transactional. Cap. Everything is not transactional. Everything is not based off monetary. It's not. That's not love. That's not nurturing. That's not healthy. If everything got a price tag, then what makes you special? If the next man come around and he see that you got a price tag, what makes you special? What makes you different? Because it's always going to be somebody with a bigger monetary wallet than the next person, man or woman. So what makes you special? What do you think inside your head that's going to make you different from the next person? If everything with you is based off monetary and transactional and finances, what's going to separate you from the rest of the people? Everything based off finances. And that's exactly what the King Alfred plan lined up. We talking about a plan that was constructed in the 1950s. The 1950s. They've been talking about this. Everything they promoting out here is for monetary, transactional, sex, drugs. This all they promote. And I don't understand how people don't understand how it's been a diabolical, systematic plan, a playbook of destruction. It's no different than somebody saying, hey, look, you competing against somebody else, right? I give you the playbook. All my plays is in this book, right? You know everything that I'm finna do. I give you the playbook. ¿Cómo está? Trabajando. I give you the playbook, and you take the playbook and don't even read it. That's what's going on outside. It's like, but see, don't nobody want to say nothing like that though. Everybody want to be super friendly with each other. Everybody want to be buddy. Cause see, you working it like a relationship that's transactional. You not looking at it like, all right, look, if I really fuck with you, I rock with you, I'm really gonna tell you what's up. I'm not finna be a yes man. I'm not just finna tell you what you want to hear because that might jeopardize our relationship. Nah, that's a bogus ass relationship. If you ain't keeping it 100 with nobody that you say your homie or your peoples, that ain't no genuine relationship. You don't want to say nothing because you don't want to offend the person that got the riches and the fame. You don't want to offend them. But if you really they peoples, why would it be wrong for you to tell them like, hey, nah, that shit bogus as hell, fam. That shit cap. You shouldn't even be on that. You don't want to say that though. Because you looking at it like, if I tell them this, it might put like a little monkey wrench in what we got going on, this business that we trying to get set up. If I tell them what I really think, it might mess up what I got going on. That shit cap. That's some coward shit. That's straight coward shit. You don't want to really say nothing. Like, real shit. We talking about like the art of war. Think of the art of war right now. The art of war, Sun Tzu basically was just, to sum it up, Sun Tzu was like, look, in 1,000 battles, if I know myself and I know my opponent, I'm gonna be victorious. Art of war, Sun Tzu shit. He say, in 1,000 battles, if you don't know yourself but you know your enemy, you're gonna be defeated. If you know your enemy, if you know yourself but don't know your enemy, you're gonna have casualties. But if you know yourself and you know your enemy, you will be victorious. This be the thing. Shout out to the Wild Hunters. This be the thing though. The thing is though, see, you can't worry about just getting there and just doing some shit. You gotta be on some shit where it's like I'm talking about our people collectively, fam. All that yes man shit, that shit dead. It's over with all that yes man shit. Cause that shit is like, you a coward, fam. You ain't gonna tell nobody what it is and you say that your peoples? Nah, Jay. The art of war, fam. These people that's the feds, what they do is they out here, they throw out distraction after distraction after distraction, whether it's about music, whether it's about movies, whether it's about whatever. It's a sports, entertainment. They always use people as distractions. Dude out here talking about he got a school. You've been trying to build a school for how many years? 15, 20 years? That's a distraction. These entertainers and they BS, it's a distraction. The sports, it's a distraction. Like if your mind is 100% locked in Hollywood and what they got going on, sports and what they got going on, you ain't never gonna reach your destination. On my soul, you ain't never finna reach your destination. You know, it was a quote. It was this quote by Theodore Roosevelt, right? In the book 33 Strategies of War. He say, you'll never reach your destination if you stop and throw a stone at every dog that barks. You will never reach your destination. You will never reach your destination if you stop at every dog that be barking out here hating and shit. You ain't never gonna reach your destination if you stop and picking up a rock, throwing it at their ass to shut their ass up, and it's like you ain't never gonna get where you supposed to be. But real shit though, they'll call it hate. They'll be like, oh, you hating on me, you hating on him, you hating on her. Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with hate. This got something to do with love. Cause the ones that really love shit, they the ones that's gonna fight for it. You know how somebody will say they're a lover, not a fighter? That's cap to me. Because if you really love something, you're gonna fight for it. You're gonna live for it. You ain't just gonna be like, oh, I'm a lover, I ain't a fighter. Man, that shit cap. If you really got passion and you love something, fam, you gonna do what you gotta do to the death. You gonna go all out for something that you love. Now, if you don't really care about it, you're gonna be like, whatever. I don't care what happened. That part. They talking about relationships. You still talking about on podcasts, well, the man should do this, and the man and the woman should do this. Look, man, I don't know if y'all realizing it, but it's a whole shit show. It's a whole shit show outside. The children out here getting older and older. I put a post up. It's a little boy's birthday party. Check this shit out. It's a little boy's birthday party. I think the little boy was turning like 1 or 2. This chick in the background, she making a video playing a song, Happy Birthday twerk song. Y'all seen the video. If you ain't seen the video, it's completely disgusting. I'm talking about toxic, right? So the little boy is sitting in the high chair. And the chick, she out here twerking. She twerking on the video with her son sitting in the high chair for his birthday. She got her ass all in the camera. Now, mind you, this is a little boy that's in a high chair. He got to be like turning 1 or 2 years old. He's in the high chair. She turned around, twerking in the video. It's like, you ain't got no fucking shame in you ain't got no shame. None. How you in the video twerking with your son that's turning 1 or 2 years old? Why you doing that? This is why I say, do a little research on the COINTELPRO operations. COINTELPRO is a group that was put together by the feds. It's called COINTEL 2.0. These people been around since like the 1950s and the 60s. Their job is to neutralize, dismantle, destroy any kind of unity. This is what they do. This is their job. 24/7. Destroy, neutralize, dismantle anything that got something to do with a uprise. As far as an elevation of consciousness. COINTELPRO operations. We do a little research on them. Diabolical. And you say, well, what that got to do with me right now? It got everything to do with you right now. Because the children see something like, what it is it's real time. And people are becoming so detached from reality. They think by the things that they do, it don't matter to the future like that. Like if it's them doing it, it don't really matter about their children like that. Like this is the psychosis in the so-called black community. It's toxic, fam. But see, don't nobody want to really say nothing though, because you don't want to offend nobody. Because you trying to keep them little goof ass. You think a relationship, and a relationship is just transactional. It's monetary. No, I can't say nothing again. I can't say nothing to fam, because if I say something, shit, they gonna cut me off, put me on the block list. So I can't really say that they foul for doing that shit. I can't really say they bogus for saying that shit. See what I'm saying? It's that type shit. Like y'all know, if somebody been out here talking about, well, they got 100. Listen, just think about this. BLM. Y'all gave them $100 million. They have literally fixed nothing. And y'all still got BLM shirts on. You see what I'm saying? This is the kind of psychosis and this is the kind of deep, traumatized psychology that so-called black people operate with. You operate from a low vibrational, low frequency, low energy victimization mentality. You blame everybody else for things that start with self. But see, that causes conflict internally because you don't want to accept accountability. See, accountability with so-called black people is like kryptonite. As soon as you say the word accountability, a fight may break out. You feel me? Yeah. Wataguan. A fight might break out if you bring up the word accountability. That's for a woman or a man. A fight might break out. It might get real treacherous. You said, you call me what? You might as well just call them a bitch. If you said accountability to them, it's like, how you say I ain't accountable type shit. It's like, damn. All I said was take accountability. That part. It's like, soon as you say the word accountability, with the collective of so-called black people, it's always gonna be, who you talking to? They gonna meet you with that. Fam. They out here talking about reparations. We want our reparations now. You know what the reparations, first of all, the people that's out here telling y'all reparations, they don't even know the definition of reparations. But see, it's emotional. It's provocative. It sound good, so you gonna go with it like, yeah, I need to get with reparations. I need to talk about reparations now. Reparations only goes to nations. That's what reparations goes to. Reparations does not go to people that identify as crayon colors. That's number one. Reparations does not go to people who identify as crayon colors. It don't go to you. That's not where reparations goes. It don't go to people that say they're crayon color. It don't go to people that say, I could just identify as whatever I want to identify as. If you look up the word reparations in a Black's Law Dictionary, a Bouvier's Law Dictionary, a Ballantyne's Law Dictionary, it's going to tell you the same thing. It's going to tell you that reparations only goes to repair a nation. A nation is the root word for nationality. You ain't got a nationality, you're not a nation. Ding, 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 ding. You're not a nation. And guess what? The Nation of Islam is not a nation. They're not a nationality. There is no nationality called the Nation of Islam. Fam, they out here literally playing chess with babies. Real shit. I mean, I gotta say it because it's, like I said, it's gonna be considered controversial, but you gotta say it though. Because if you're not see, this is the thing, fam. If you're not prepared you behind. I love my people though, but our people, it's like this. It's like if we was training to do something, the person that trained every day gonna have an advantage against the person that don't train or train a little bit. They train every blue moon. They train a little bit. They get in the ring. They do kickboxing. They do mixed martial arts. They do any kind of sport you name. The person that trains and go hard with training, they got an advantage over the person who don't train. Then you got people that do 2 a days or 3 a days. Think about the advantage over a time span about a person that trains not once, not twice, but 3 times a day, every day, versus the person who only train every blue moon. You're not prepared. The person that's training is gonna beat your ass damn near every time y'all have a competition. So look at this. Reason why I say that is I see that competition, like we love looking at people compete. They got our women competing against a man, and they looking at it like from the wrong spectrum, They got our women out here convinced. They got our women out here convinced they can actually compete with a man. But this is the bizarre shit. They actually have convinced women, so-called black women, that not only can you compete with men, but you can also have men in your sports. WNBA. They got y'all convinced that men should be in your sports competing against you. They got you thinking that a man that identifies as a woman should be in competition in the ring or sporting event with you. But then you got the man out here telling y'all, you see, y'all women giving these trans people a pass. At the end of the day, it's still a fucking man. At the end of the day, you cannot change biology. You cannot change DNA. This is how far the CIA has penetrated the minds of so-called black people. They got your whole polarity upside down, inside out. Then when the man that identifies as trans destroys the woman inside the fighting event or the competition event, now you complaining about it shouldn't be men competing against women. Duh. We done said that already. Men have already been telling women, so-called black women, stop giving these motherfuckers a pass. You keep giving these motherfuckers a pass. Nah, they didn't kick the door down now. Now you got guys that's all in women's sports now. They didn't kick the whole door down. You didn't see, and this is where they tricked the so-called black woman at. They got y'all thinking in such a competitive mindset that's so delusional and toxic. You done made an enemy out of your own divine natural protector, which is the Moorish man. See? We be telling y'all, I'm talking about the ones that's upright, independent, and stand on principles and truth, be telling y'all. But you don't listen. You don't listen because you didn't bought into this feminism. You didn't bought into this diabolical mindset of you actually think you can go toe to toe with a man. So-called black women are the only women on the planet that really think that y'all could go toe to toe in competition with a man. And then you will take it even further and yell from the top of the mountaintop, you don't need a man. But then you complain after complaining. After this is some shit I got to get off my chest. For about 5 to 6 years, all you seen was so-called black women. All you seen was so-called black women complaining they fucking eyes out. complaining their fucking hearts out. We don't need a man. We don't want a man. Right? For about 5 to 6 years, that's all you heard. They made all these fucking icks and memes about how they didn't need a man and how they didn't want a man to come up to approach them and talk to them. About 5 to 6 years, y'all ran with this goof ass shit, right? Now, in 2025, now y'all complaining that men don't talk to you when you out. Just let that register. So-called black women, they complained for 5 to 6 years how they didn't want no man to approach them when they talked to them. It was an ick. It bothered them. Leave y'all alone. Don't bother me while I'm outside. I'm doing me. I'm living my best life. I got the bag. Ooh, right? Now, men actually listened to you and did as you asked them to do, which was not fucking talk to you when you outside. You with your girls, y'all outside, cool. Stay over there. Keep that same energy over there. You over there at the gym, you over there at the club, you at the lounge over there. Your car is fucked up. You got a flat tire. Take care of it yourself. You over there, you ain't got no food. You ain't got no money to pay for your food. You ain't want nobody to open the door. Cool. Ain't nobody opening the door for you no more. But why you complaining now then? You got exactly what you got tricked for. You got tricked by COINTELPRO operations to just run with this whole I am the world movement as a so-called black woman. And then you get the treatment that you asked for, that you demanded. I don't want no man to give me no nothing. I'm a strong, independent black woman. Nah, you got a flat tire. Now you on the side of the road. Now ain't nobody over there helping you. This is not all women. This is not all women. No. But this is a lot of y'all. This is a lot of y'all. Because you bought into the Margaret Sanger, Hillary Clinton, feminist movement, and now look at you. It's like you can't have it both ways. Because the feminist movement sold y'all on the dream. The feminist movement sold y'all. This is how crazy it is with the feminist movement. The feminist movement, before it really kicked off, women stayed home because it was more beneficial for the wife and the children to stay at home together while the husband went to work and made the money and came home at the end of the week, put the money on the table and said, here, baby, take care of what you need to take care of. The bills is paid. Don't worry about it. I got it. That's what it used to be. The feminist movement crept in and they like, I can do what a man can do. I can do everything that you can do. So you got women that bought into that narrative. And then at the same time, they're complaining about how they want to be in a soft girl era and they want to stay home. Newsflash. You already could stay at home. But you wanted it all. And this is what happened with the feminist movement, which was funded by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that shit. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, they wanted to extract and get the woman out of the house. Send the children to be brainwashed earlier by putting them in daycare centers. You just say you fell for it, man. You've been hoodwinked. You've been had. You've been bamboozled. You've been bamboozled. They got you. They got you. You just been hoodwinked. They got y'all. The CIA, the feds, they got you. They got y'all by the brain. They got you. You was in the house. You was took care of. Off one salary, you was good. Because back then, you could make that amount because inflation. See, inflation, I don't think people are aware of economics and how they work. Inflation at that time was not as high as it is now. Because inflation now is so hyper-inflated, you cannot make it out here on one salary. You can't make it out here like that. If you trying to really raise a family, you can't really make it out here like that off one salary. Now they force the women because the women accept so-called black women. They force the so-called women when they got y'all to be convinced to accept y'all can do everything that man can do. Once they got you psychologically affected to think like that, infected to think like that, now it became easier. Now they got the women out the household. Now the women can be taxed just like the man. So they got a double bubble on the taxes, which are both unconstitutional. Damn. They both unconstitutional. Don't you realize when you talk about law, Constitution, don't you realize in Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, they talk about who can tax and who can't? Do you realize that the IRS, they don't have the authority to tax because the U.S. corporation is a de facto form of government? It's democracy. The U.S. Constitution is based off the republic for which it stands. We the people. Nah, because so-called black people, they not interested in that. So-called black people are not interested in these type of conversations. This goes back to what I was mentioning about training. What I mentioned about training. How you gonna ever physically or mentally compete with an enemy that you're not prepared for? You're not mentally or physically prepared. You're not trained. So-called black people are the weakest in law, history, and culture. Somebody could cut that, edit that, put it out there on whatever you want to put it out there. Cut that clip off right there. I'm going to say it again. So-called African Americans are the weakest in 3 subjects out of everybody. Civics, law, and history. The weakest. This is why our people get treated the worst as second-class citizens. Because second-class citizen is exactly what the word black means in law. Second-class citizens. All you got to do for verification of that is get you a Henry Campbell's Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, crack that open, go to the word colored. Colored, like colored people. Go to the word colored. Look up that definition in that book. It's going to blow your mind. Colored people, so-called colored people, are not bound to be recognized in any court of law. But you're not interested in these type of conversations. You just think these kind of conversations is like, that's interesting. That's just something we could talk about. You made some points and you sounded nice and you look nice when you were saying, but you're not interested in the message. It ain't about Kush Day. It's about the message. The message is what matters. You got people that's like, I didn't like the way you said what you said to me, Kush. I didn't like it because you could have said it another way. It's about the way you said it. Cap. You and your ego. You and your ego. These people out here bold-faced lying to y'all. And niggas be sucking that shit up. Like mild sauce on Harold's. You just be sucking that shit up. Every day, all day. Lying to y'all. Capping y'all down. And don't be saying nothing against it. Nothing. Yeah, African Americans, one day we're gonna make it. They've been singing that song since the NAACP got started. And you still waiting on the hope and the dream. You still waiting on a prayer to get answered. Fam, listen to me. They established the NAACP just like they established BLM. Both of those establishments are the same thing. They both are to get our people to fall back and think that these so-called black organizations are ever gonna fix something. They not made to fix shit. That's why they was created. Because they know that so-called black people are not going to read what their program is about. They not gonna read what the organization about. They gonna get people behind it. They gonna get advertisement, entertainers, musicians, and all that. They gonna get just like they did with Kamala Harris. They brought out Megan Thee Stallion at a so-called presidential function. Think about that. They brought out Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, Cardi B, the ones that be out here promoting twerking. Cardi B won't even let her own daughters listen to music that she makes. What? Is you serious? She won't even let her own babies listen to the shit she be making. Y'all seen that video with Cardi B, right? The video showed Cardi B playing the music. She dancing to the shit. Woo, woo. Her baby came in the phone in the background. You seen her cut that shit clean off. Why? Why is she getting endorsed at a presidential candidacy? Candidacies. Come on, fam. Why? Why is she there? Because this is a distraction. They know that so-called black women, they gonna want to feel empowered. They gonna want to feel like they can do the same thing that men can do. You can have a woman out here twerking. To them, twerking, they'll try to flip it and bounce it and spin it on some bullshit. They'll be like, twerking is empowerment. You show me what twerking has ever fixed in law. Show me. Show me right now what has twerking ever fixed in law. Nothing. It's fixed nothing. I don't even want you. You can't show me. You can't show me. Then be like this. You don't want to go to the gym. Nah, cuz you going too far. You going too far, cuz. You going too far. Twerking fix a whole lot of shit. Yeah. Okay. Just like BLM, right? BLM. They fixed a whole lot of shit, right? Then they'll be like, I don't want to work out in the gym. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to get sweaty. I don't want to sweat my hair out. What? You don't want to work out in the gym. You don't want to sweat your hair out. But you will go get lipo. You will go get a BBL that's life-risking surgery. You will go get that. But you don't want to work out in the gym where you could build up a natural body. You don't want to do that. It's too much work. See, it goes back to preparation. It goes back to Sun Tzu. Knowing is half the battle, fam. Knowing is half the battle. People be out here wild as hell, G. They want the results, but they don't want to put the work in. You'd rather go to a doctor, put tubes in you and suck out the fat in you, that they already proven that the shit got a smell after a while. After a period of time, the shit got a smell to it, an odor. You don't care about that though. You just want the builder body right now. And you want the guy with the bag right now. Nah. It ain't gonna happen. Haven't y'all seen it? Ain't y'all seen the news? They just laid off 300,000 so-called black women. They just laid off 300,000. And they be out here talking about, we got the most education, we got the most money, What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They just laid off over 300,000 so-called black women. What are you talking about? The most educated women out here that's graduating and using that education is Asians. What are you bragging about? See, so-called black people be bragging about shit that if you just listen to it for a while, you'll be like, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. You know what the problem is? You your own problem. That's what the problem. I seen a chick on a video yesterday. She talking about, they like, man, she talking about her problems to her guy, and her guy telling her like, man, you act too masculine. And she instantly couldn't accept that. She like, no, you just too feminine. See? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So instead of accepting and having a reflection like, I'm going to take in what you said, I'm going to think about it for a second. You know how people be saying they don't listen, they just hear to respond? They don't listen. It's a difference between listening and hearing. It's a difference. Somebody can hear you talking and all they doing is hearing you. They're not listening to the words. They just hear you. So they're hearing you talk. They not listening. No, they not listening. They just hearing you talk. They ain't listening though. They just hearing you talk. Because when you listen, that means you focused on and you paying attention on what they talking about. When you hearing, you just watching their mouth move. And then when they done with their mouth moving, now you think it's time to open your mouth up and say what you thinking, what you feel. Oh, okay. There's a difference. There's a difference, fam. So much though. It's just so much, man. It's just so much. You can't even put everything in a beam out. You can't even put it in one beam out. It's just so much. So-called black women be out here complaining that dudes be feminine, but you gotta realize, silent weapons for quiet war, their whole plan was to destroy the nuclear family. And it's diabolical, and it's been working since the 1950s. This is why back in the day, you used to have a father inside the house handing down law, structure, order with his wife. It used to be duality inside the house. Now, man, if you got a father in the house, you lucky. If you got I'm talking about an active father in the house, you done came up on gold. If you can get a man to stay in the house, because the woman out here running her mouth crazy, thinking she could just say and do whatever, you stumbled on gold. You better hold on to it. You better hold on to that. Straight up. You better hold on. Because it's rough out here. So you better hold on. Ain't nothing happened to part 2 more. I still got part 2 cooking up. I still got part 2 cooking up more. Don't worry about it. I got you. And you fellas is out there. Hey, listen, if you do find a woman or you find women that actually listen, they can be led. They listen for direction. They can follow instruction. You better hold on to her. You better hold on to them. Because you stumbled on gold. You stumbled on gold out here. Straight up. You stumbled on gold. If you find somebody that listens, they're attentive, they're nurturing, they're caring, they're loving, you stumbled on gold. They're driven. You know the people that, I'm going to share something with y'all. You know the people that I don't get along with? The people that I don't get along with is people that's fucking lazy. I don't get along with lazy motherfuckers. Like, if I gotta motivate you to do something that your ass should be doing yourself, to better yourself, to have excellence out of yourself, get the fuck on. I ain't got time for that type of shit. If I gotta motivate you to do shit that you should already instinctively be doing, Nah. But see, that's why they removed the fathers systematically out of the homes. Because what else was fathers back in the day responsible for? That's so super necessary right now. What's super necessary right now? What up, cuz? What's super necessary right now is the father in the house. What up, cuz?
What up, cuz?
What's the word?
Yeah, on the way home, just getting off work.
Yeah? I ain't on shit. Just on the beam out real quick, though.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, I seen you over here to come in, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You feel me?
When you gonna slide, G?
Probably, not this Friday, but the Friday after.
All right.
Yeah, when I get paid.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure, fuck with me. You all good, though?
Yeah.
All right.
Still waiting on you to come by the crib, cuz.
Oh, yeah, I gotta slide, G.
You know, I'm out there in the wild hundreds by myself, you know. One-on-one.
I gotta slide over there, cuz.
914, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hold it down, you feel me?
Shout out to Westchester, man. Shout out to Westchester County. This real life, man, outside. This real life. Wild hunter shit. Outside. But yeah, though, man, the father used to be inside the house. The father job used to be when the daughter brought somebody that they was interested in. When they brought somebody over there, the father was the one that screened the guy. The father's job was, if my baby girls, if they even think about talking to a guy, the father's job is bring him over here. Cause I'm finna see what he on. Bring him over here. So the father, he'll get the love, whatever he is to her. Come on over here. Come on, let me talk to you. Let me holler at you. Come on, let me holler at you. That's what the father used to do. The father used to screen the boyfriend, and it wasn't so many baby mamas out here, baby daddies. Because the father, if he seen that the guy, the little shorty he wasn't up to par, no sir. You gotta move around. You can't talk to my daughter. And the daughters honored that because the father is in a household with their mama, and their daughters are seeing how the relationship with their mother and their father in real time is supposed to be. Yeah, they might argue and shit sometimes. You know, people got differences. So you might argue and whatnot, but the father was in the house. He went to work. He came home. You feel me? They was in the same household. So the daughter used to see the father inside the household. And the daughter knew better than just to be out here loose on the phone, taking screenshots of crazy shit, showing her body off like you see today. Ain't no father there. There's no fathers there. That's a systematic plan by COINTELPRO operations. Get the father outside the house. If you get the father outside the house, it's not going to be no discipline in there. Ain't going to be no structure in there. It's going to be chaotic in there. It's going to be overly emotional in there. And this is why you got so many dudes, so many boys that grow up to be men, but they're not really men because they didn't have a father. Whether the mama didn't want the guy she was dealing with inside the house or not. She ain't even let the dude come around their son. And this is what a lot of women today don't understand. They don't understand that the guys that they complaining about is the same, is like that because they mothers was sinister, diabolical. They didn't even bring the father around or the child around their father. So the father never really got a chance to raise their son. This is what a lot of women do not understand about silent weapons for quiet wars. It's a playbook. It's a playbook for systematic destruction. This is why women be complaining about you feminine, you soft, you sassy. You see? They didn't have their father in the household. They didn't see a man operate every day. They didn't see that. They saw their mama operate every day. They saw their mama make the judgment calls inside the house at an apartment every day. They saw their mama operate. They ain't see their father operate. You see? That whole time when they talk about that sassy shit and all that shit, it's a difference from a man telling you something than a boy telling you something. Because when a boy telling you something, since he didn't have his father inside his life, watching him every day, you might say, well, he's overly emotional. He's hyper emotional. Because having a father is so vital and crucial, because you're going to learn how to operate as a thinker. You're not going to operate as an emotional creature. Men are not supposed to operate off emotional things anyway. We supposed to calm down and think logically and rationally. This is what a man does. Women operate off emotions. They are. If you ask 9 out of 10 women, I'll prove it. Ask 9 out of 10 women today, tomorrow, whenever you want to. You ask 9 out of 10 women a question, they're going to answer like this. I feel like. That's exactly what they're going to start when they start talking. Just do it. Just ask women a question. The 9 out of 10 of them, or maybe 10 out of 10, they're going to start the conversation for an answer as I feel like. Because that's what a woman is instinctively to do. Women go off feelings. They're going to tell you about how they feel. Man going to tell you how they think. Bing bong. This is the differences. The difference is a man is going to tell you how we think. A woman is going to tell you first how she feels. See? But not having a father in a household, raising the son or the daughter, they going to tell you like, nah, I feel like you're not understanding me. I feel like this, or I feel like that. Men don't do that. Men are going to tell you what they think. I'm going to tell you what I think first. I'm going to tell you what I feel after I tell you what I think. Because they'll be like, well, you feel, well, you trying to tell me, or somebody say, oh, I feel a certain kind of way. Nah, I think like this. And I'm going to give you reasons why I think like this. I'm not going to go off what I feel. I'm going to tell you what I think. Critical thinking. It's a lost art. To be a critical thinker in today's times is a lost art. Just like they trying to remove children learning how to write cursive inside of schools. Diabolical. This shit is treacherous, fam. It's a slow turn up of the heat in the pot on the stove. And people don't even feel the heat. They don't even feel the heat turning up. They don't feel the heat turning up like that. They think it's supposed to be like this. And I be looking at this shit like, fam, it's not supposed to be like this, fam. You realize this shit could be a whole lot better for our people, right? And somebody might catch this beam out like, Kush sound like he going after all the women. Nah. I love Moorish women. Moorish women. You see how I'm repping Gem Rock, right? These are Moorish women. Moorish American women are included in this conversation as an identity. If you from the Caribbeans, you're a Moorish woman. If you are from North America, Central America, and South America, including Hawaii, you are a Moorish woman. If you are on the other side of the world and you catch this beam out, you are a Moor. You just not a Moorish American, but you still a Moor though, by blood. You understand? So nah. I love Moorish women. Love Moorish women. Can't get enough of y'all. But the reality check is got to be now. The reality check has got to be right now. If you walking around here delusional and you think everything supposed to be transactional, you're exactly a product of COINTELPRO operations. Oh yeah, you gotta have a flag for every nation. You see, I be repping all the nations. All the Moorish American nations, I'm repping hard. I'm repping hard. Because once you start seeing it, you like, damn, I don't know where this nigga from. Where is this nigga from? I'm from the Al-Moroccan Kingdom, the Empire. That's where I'm from. I'm from the Al-Moroccan Empire. That's where I'm from. Al-Moroccan Empire. Al-Morocco. You feel me? So niggas be like, man, I don't know where this nigga from. Mexicans be looking at me, cause sometimes I had a Mexican you dig on, and they'll be like, man, I thought you was, wait a minute. You got the Belizean, you got the El Salvadorian, you got the Jamaican, you got the Egyptian. Nigga, where are you from, nigga? The Al-Moroccan Empire. That's where I'm from. That's where you from. The Al-Moroccan Empire. That's where you from. Straight up. You gotta rep. So look, man. What time is it? It's time for me to move around, though. It's time for me to move around. Nah. Naga or Negus. When you say the word Naga, see, that word was demonized. The word Naga or Nehesu, that was demonized because you had people that couldn't even pronounce Nehesu or Negus or Naga. Naga is actually ancient. So I'm gonna do it. You know what? I should do a beam on that specifically from this book called what is that? It escapes me right now. But I'm gonna do something from that book though. You feel me? Yeah. When you ask a man a question, 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you what they think. When you ask a woman a question, 9 times out of 10, she's going to tell you how she feels. It's just what it is. Women are going to tell you what they feel first. Men are going to tell you how they think. That's just how we wired. That's just how we wired. That's just it. Real shit. So I hope y'all got something off this beam. Like I say, if you got questions, just DM me though. Just DM me, you got questions. That's all. I ain't too hard to find. You see, I'm out here in the hundreds right now. You might catch me at Coney Island. You might catch me in Harlem. You might catch me down south, ATL. You might catch me anywhere. If you see me though, just say Islam. Cause it's all love though. It's all love, fam. It's all love, Moors. It's all love. Real shit. This is life. This is life. This is life though. Yeah, it's time to get a workout in though. Yeah. It's time to get a workout in now. You said come to Westchester? Hey, I love to slide out there to Westchester. I got peoples out there. My cousin them just pulled up. He from Westchester. White Plains. Shout out to White Plains. All them over there. Yeah, all them out there. 914. YO, Yonkers. All them out there. I got peoples out there. Straight up. Real shit. You catch me anywhere, man. Yeah. Yeah, Morris. But you know, just run this beam out back, man. Just run the beam out back. It's all love though. This is what we own, man. We gotta start stepping into accountability. Accountability, Morris. I know it's kryptonite for a lot of our people, but preparation is half the battle. If you're not prepared to fight, how you ever gonna win? You can't fight an enemy or an opponent and you not prepared. You not trained. So how you ever expect to get a W if you ain't prepared? Especially in civics, law, and history. Them the 3 subjects our people got to step up in. Real shit. Step up in that. Don't forget out west. I can never forget out west, G. It's all love. Shout out to out west. Over east. East side crazy. North side. South side. You know what I'm saying? Much love, Morris. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Islam.